This is Sandy Golson, and welcome back to the SG3 Communications YouTube channel. I want to talk about something that I think is going to really be helpful to a lot of people, not just in YouTube, not just in marketing or public relations, but in a lot of areas of life. I want to talk about research and value and what they can mean to you, your business, your brand moving forward. So for many of us, one of the challenges is to try to figure out what is the starting point? Where do we go? Now, especially for those of you who are on YouTube right now watching this video, some of you may be thinking about starting a YouTube channel. So I use that as an example. Now, I'm a growing YouTube channel that's really at a relatively small stage, but aspiring for more. So in many ways, I'm in the shoes of a lot of people who may be watching this video. And on the other hand, I may not be even close to where some people who could be watching this video are. And that's okay in both instances. But I want to talk about something that I think is going to be really helpful to a lot of people. And I think it's been helpful for me, not only with this channel, because I have a number of YouTube channels, including a channel where I talk about writing in terms of authorship, as well as reviewing books that I read. When I look at creating a YouTube channel, one of the things that I really looked at, especially with the BookTube channel that I created, is I started to research and to try to understand where I could take something that was a passion for me, which is reading, and combine it with something that was going to maybe help me grow and find a niche. So I wanted to research to better understand value. And when I started looking into the YouTube market and the BookTube market in particular, I saw maybe some opportunities for me because number one, I thought maybe there's some openings there where I can fit in as a booktuber. But I also saw something else, a value that I think I could bring, a valuable perspective that I could bring. Because the one thing about readers is that we all read different things. We all have different tastes. Some people are more willing to reach out and try something different in terms of genres to read than others who are maybe a little bit more content to stick within the genre that they feel most comfortable. And both are fine. But what I saw is the kind of books that I like to read with, I think, consumer appeal that it was going to have for some people. I thought, well, maybe there's some room for me to slip in there because number one, I'm passionate about reading and I'm even more passionate about the writing that I do and hopefully being a traditionally published author at some point. So I was looking for that research to figure out, what's the market looking like and where's the room for me? And then what is the value that I could add fitting into that market? And I feel like I've started to find a niche there. But you also got to think about something else, another factor. After you've done your research and you've figured out where you can add value, and that's patience. Because it takes a lot of time to grow, and it takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness, so to speak, to really continue to push while being patient at the same time. And it's a delicate balance, and it can be a frustrating balance. It can be even maddening for a lot of people. And I see it all the time from people that I engage with on YouTube who are also on Twitter and who are also on Facebook. And when we engage in these different mediums that have different sort of focuses in terms of communication, you can kind of see a little bit more of kind of what goes on behind the scenes for a lot of people who are trying to start and build YouTube channels. So you start with that research. Where can you add value? And then the patience and the stick-to-itiveness to really push forward to make yourself a success.